Hi everybody, this is Nicole with whimsnicole.com, and I am super excited because today I'm with Katie Rector, who is the Director of Education at Salon 01. Today she's going to show us how to do an awesome beach wave using the Aquage products and her wealth of knowledge. Katie is super talented and she is sweet as she can be, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this video. Bye!
And then this is just a quick blow dry just to soften the product into the hair and kind of spread it throughout the hair. It's just a great way to get the hair nice and prepped and give it some strength, some hold.
Awesome. Does it also create volume at all?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely,
awesome.
yep. And that's why you want to focus it more on the base and the mid-strands, because then you can start to build up that volume in the hair. You can see it's already starting to build in Catherine. You also want to use you can tell I'm using a smaller round brush, even though she has long hair. A smaller brush is actually going to build more volume and body at the base of the hair, because the hair doesn't have to travel so far around the brush to help hold that shape. If you're doing this at home too, you can also use like a paddle brush and kind of pull it through the hair like this. And that will be a quick, easier way to do that to yourself. But I would use a round brush on the top of your hair.
And why is that?
Because you're going to be able to create more volume with a round brush than you will with a paddle brush or a flat brush.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and let Katie finish this prep and we'll be right back.
What you want to do is you want to kind of get your brush in the hair and like almost lock it in place with a quarter turn and put that brush right on top of the section, because volume, you create volume by lifting the hair. So we're going to put the brush right on top, and then the heat of the blow dryer goes right behind it, and then you lift that hair and you follow it around. Another little trick that works really well for when you are right on the crown here is if you keep the brush in the same place, don't move it, and just keep that hair around the brush, just following the shape of the brush, and let it sit there for just a couple seconds before you move on.
Awesome. All right, we don't want you to do it.
All right. And I'm going to show you guys a really cool tip for blow drying the top. Alright, so on the top of the hair, a lot of times what we get is like a really hard part line, and then the hair goes flat throughout the day. So I'm going to show you guys a way to blow dry that to soften that part line, but also add a lot of lift and volume through the top. It's very simple. You just want to start by combining the section so that you take hair from either side of the part. Then you blow dry on the front and on the back side of that, and then you actually want to let it cool on the opposite side of the heavy side. So we're just going to do that on these last couple sections through the top here to create extra lift.
And what's the purpose of it drying on the opposite side?
What that does is at hot hair or warm hair, sorry Catherine, it's like wet paint. If you move it or run your fingers through it while it's still warm, you're going to mess it up. So if we let it cool this direction, you can see how even without it being dried, you see extra volume right there. So then when we flip it back over, it'll have nice lift right through there. And you can see, like, my sections aren't perfect, and that's okay. It's kind of more realistic to make it not so perfect. You just want to make sure you don't put too much hair in the brush, because it will overwhelm the section and you won't get the desired end result. So again, we're heating the hair on both sides, and basically just blow drying it opposite of where we want it to lay. And also taking different size sections can give you a little bit more of an organic flow and feel to the style. Which is also something that's really on trend right now. Just letting things look a little bit more natural and a little undone. here on this side, I'm just gonna touch this up a little bit. You know, you do want to be mindful of like the way that those little baby hairs around the hairline grow and naturally want to flow. So if I see a bunch that want to go this direction, this is the way the hair grows, I'm going to let them go that way so that they don't stick straight out. Okay, let's see. She's almost cooled off. We'll give her a couple more seconds and then we can flip it. This is another way too to get that really popular flipped look that you see with even straight styles. So there's our prep.
Beautiful. Okay, so hey, so now it's time for the big thing. She's gonna do this awesome, beautiful wave. And I'm gonna talk to her a little bit more about what tool she's gonna use. So I'm gonna ask her right now. Okay, guys, here we go. Hey, Katie, what are you gonna use to create such this beautiful look?
I'm gonna use an 1.25 inch sized, this is a Marcel iron. It's a professional iron. You can use a regular spring-loaded iron at home and get the same look. But 1.25 inch I find is a very versatile size. You can use it from anything from that choppy bob length to hair that's really super long. So this is what I think is the perfect size to get that kind of natural flow.
Because if it's too small, you're going to create what, like a spiral, something tight, something you don't really want.
Right.
Now, is that what you used in your hair?
This is what I use in my hair
to create that gorgeous wave.
This is a heat protectant. It is super important, ladies, that you use something to protect your hair from the heat of your styling tools. This one I like because it has a hold of like a number 4 or 5. It has a little bit of starch, so it's going to help to strengthen that pliant strength again, and that's going to help her shape hold for like all day and maybe even tomorrow and the next day.
Okay, and it adds no weight and all that extra stuff to it. Awesome.
Yep. So this one is a spritz, so it's a little bit more wet, so you want to make sure that you hold it at a little bit of a distance from the hair so that you don't have to wait like 10 minutes for it to dry after you spray it into the hair.
Okay, and just for instance, someone like me, let's say I straighten my hair and it's flat ironed, whatever, and I want to do that. Would that revert my hair back to curls, or is it just like kind of like a dry wet, or what would you say?
It would not revert your hair back to curls.
Awesome.
No.
All right. So curly girls, you can use this.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm a fan of like saving time. So instead of spritzing the section as I go, I'm just going to spritz her whole head before we begin and give her just a nice layering of this throughout. It's important that you spray the hair by the scalp, the middle part, and especially the ends. The ends are the most tender part. And then you saw that I kind of ran my fingers through it, and that's to help seal it and spread it through the hair.
Awesome. And it's so cool that you're using a product that will not undo all the awesome prep work you just did, right?
Yes. See that I am holding it at a distance. You don't want to hold it too close. Running your fingers through it too is going to help that product to dry a little more quickly.
Really quick, while you're doing that, can you just tell us like why Aquage is so great, like the benefits, some of the things that's in it?
Well, Aquage products are all made to work really well with one another. They're pretty flexible in the hair, so you can layer them on without getting a heavy weighted feel in the hair. Another reason that I love Aquage as a company is they have some of the best education out there for stylists. They support independent salons only. You will not find this product in like a beauty brands or a Walmart or anything like that.
Awesome.
So it's really important in our industry that you align yourself with products and people that support independently owned businesses, and that's why I love it.
Okay, now it's time to create those awesome waves. Now, where are you going to start on her head?
I'm going to start here in the front. I'm going to basically do this whole like top horseshoe portion, and then we're just going to plug pieces in underneath. So I'm going to show you guys probably 2 different ways to curl the hair and give you some tips on how to hold the hair and how to just manipulate it as you go.
Okay, great.
Okay, so first thing you want to do is start in the front, and we are going to curl this hair all back away from Catherine's face. If you remember earlier, we talked about the blow drying and holding the hair up to get more volume. It's the same thing with curling. So you want to just run your hot iron through the hair once to smooth and prep the hair. I kind of stay away from the base because I don't want to lose that volume right at the scalp. So now we're just going to go and we're going to start midway on the strand, and we're going to curl and leave those ends out because we want that nice organic feel to the style. And you're going to let the curl sit and cool. Do not run your hands through the hair. Remember, hot hair is like wet paint. So again, we're going to pick up another section. Preheat the section just one time real quickly. And then we're going to curl the mid strand and leave those ends out.
And look at all that volume she has at the base. It's beautiful. So if you were to go close to the base and kind of smooth it out, you would kind of flatten that, right?
You lose a little bit of the volume, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to do a wrap curl. This is a really popular technique. You basically just want to open up your iron and twist that hair around. And again, we're leaving the ends out. And this is just going to give you another look. You can see the difference in the shape of the curl. We mixed some wrap curls and regular Marcel curls on myself today.
Awesome. Yeah, because you have like beautiful different textures of curls, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
Katie's hair always looks good though, guys.
I try. Okay, so now that we are on the kind of back part of her head where the head shape's transitioning to the other side, I'm going to flip my iron around and curl the opposite direction because we want all the curls to flow back away from the face.
And I love how there's like no rhyme or reason. You just kind of get in there and just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes it super easy, guys, for you to duplicate this at home.
So I'll just do another wrap curl here to keep showing you guys different ways.
And you do not close that part, right?
You don't have. You can if it's more comfortable. And actually, if you're really lazy, you can just do this too. You know, it's not wrong to do it that way. I think the curls look a little more polished if you do open the, whatever this thing's called. I'm not even sure what it's called.
The thing.
The thing.
Don't close the thing, or
Right.
close the thing.
Now we're on the other side. We're still holding this high because we want nice volume in her curl.
And holding it back, going back away from the face, correct?
Yep.
Now, what would it look like, Katie, if we went towards the face?
It would look a little outdated. Not that it's wrong, because sometimes what I'll do is I'll put some curls in the interior the opposite direction because it helps to build up more volume throughout the style when you shake it out. But for a modern day look, you definitely want to at least have everything on this top going back. Okay, so I'm just going to continue back around the other side. Leaving those ends out. Sometimes I will forget to leave the ends out when I'm curling my own hair at home because I get distracted or, you know, whatever. So I'll show you guys another little tip if that happens to you. We'll do it on this one on Catherine. So I'm dragging all those ends in, and then what you do is when you get to the bottom, you just drag the iron out, and that will straighten the ends a little bit more for you.
Because if not, you can end up with Nellie from Little House on the Prairie. Remember her little ribbon things?
Yeah, she was adorable. She was just so cute.
She was so cute, but you don't want that.
You don't want to be adorable. You want
to be look sexy and beachy and awesome. Sorry, Nellie. All right, so everything is curled. Let's get all in. She's so pretty. Look at her. She's trying to look at her. All right, so now what do we do?
Okay, so now that her hair is all curled and completely cooled off,
okay,
we are literally just going to rake our fingers through it to break up the shape. I like to kind of shake it out a little bit so you can get those curls broken up.
Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful.
And, you know, just take a couple minutes to shake it out. Those curls are going to last her for a couple days. She may have to touch a couple up in the morning, but definitely not her whole head. We still have some nice lift and volume at the top, nice polish, but a still soft organic feel through her hair, and then we're going to finish it with a little bit of hairspray.
It's so boho chic and just beautiful. I mean, she could wear this with anything, and if she wanted to make it a little bit more glamorous, she could just do like a little side sweep or something, or a little braid. I mean, this is beautiful. Look at that.
Tuck this back and add some volume there. I'm a big fan of like the deep kind of part with a lot of volume here.
Me too. That is gorgeous.
But she can also just wear it more like an everyday look, just like this.
So like women, if you're getting married and you want that really beautiful, organic, soft feel, you don't have to do that, you know, stiff updo if you don't want to. She could do something like this, and then, you know, a little loose side sweep, just beautiful. What do you think? What do you think?
I love it.
You love it. All right, so what hairspray is that? What's the name of that?
Okay, so this is called Volumizing Fix. And it is a texturizing spray for curl. And you basically scrunch and spray.
Okay.
And this is just gonna kind of give it more of that tousled look. And this is very soft again. You can run your fingers through it, but it has a nice memory. So any of the Aquage products you use, even though they're softer in the hair, they do have a nice memory, so the style should last.
And it's so shiny, Katie. Not beautiful.
All that prep.
Yep. Now, did you do her hair color?
I did, yes.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, we do a base color on Catherine, and then we do balayage.
Balayage,
yeah.
Well, you are a vision of beauty, all right? So,
Here, let's see.
absolutely beautiful. Oh, you look so pretty. All right. Well, guys, this is Nicole, wavy.com, and this is Katie Rector.
Thank you.
She just showed you guys how to do an awesome, beautiful look. I'm going to have to go around this. Look at this.
Yes.
It's beautiful. All right, everybody. So, any last words? Anything else you want to say?
Just be great. Thank you.
All right. You say bye?
Oh, bye.